Yes, good evening once again. Good evening, everyone. We're happy to have you join us tonight. We're hoping that other people will join us again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this program tonight. It's all part of our seniors community project where we got some funding through the Government of Canada New Horizons for Seniors program. And it's basically projects are teaching seniors in the community the safety, basic computer skills safety, for people to be aware of seniors abuse, what everybody can do to help our seniors. We're all going to be seniors one day, so whatever we learn today is still going to be applicable. Cybersecurity awareness workshop and financial scamming awareness for seniors. We've been on this for a couple of months now. We've done a couple of series on the financial scamming awareness for seniors, where we had different presenters showing us different perspectives. We've done the basic computer skills, and we are starting the cybersecurity awareness workshop. Cybersecurity is very, very key. So you can use this opportunity to share with people you know. All these learning things is a seniors community project. And this project is mainly put together by seniors, outlined by seniors, and different generations participate in either the listening to the workshops and also presenting a few of the workshops. It's funded in part by the Government of Canada New Horizons for Seniors program. So I'm happy that you are able to join us. Like I said, if you know seniors, please share the Zoom link or share the flyer with people. We are happy to be here. It's not going to take long, but just listen out. If you have questions, please share your questions with us so that we can also learn from you. So it's an overview that we are doing tonight. It's part one of 3 or 4 sessions. This is an online one. We're going to have an in-person one soon. We're going to let everybody know that. So I just want us to follow along. You see, we believe that with the right advice and guidance, anyone can take control of their cyber safety. That is one of the things we do. If you've spent time as your parents or grandparents, personal tech support specialists, you're not alone. At one time or the other, we render support to people. People ask basic questions. And I got this survey according to the Get Cyber Safe's 2020 Public Opinion Survey. It says that nearly 1/3 of Canadians have helped others with their cybersecurity. Actually, 61% of those surveyed have assisted their parents, and another 17% have helped their grandparents to stay online. So there is always something for everybody to learn. And it is also, if you know somebody, you hear something, it's a neighbor, it's somebody that is talking about the experiences, whatever we learn today will help us to render help or assistance to those. So thank you for joining us, as I have said. What is cybersecurity? This awareness workshop is, I would say, the process of increasing the knowledge and skills of individuals so that we can understand and also follow certain practices to help keep everyone safe. That is what it is. It's just an awareness of things that we need to know. There's always knowledge and skills to be gained. There is always something for us to learn. There is always, always, always something. Knowledge is power, as they say. But sometimes it can be hard to know how to explain cybersecurity to someone whose knowledge about computers or information technology may not be as up to date as ours. We know that the younger generation, they understand more than we did when we were in their age. But how do we explain all these things without making the internet sound threatening? That is it. So there are a few tips that I want everybody to learn so that either the seniors learn it, or when we are assisting older adults in our lives, we have them, parents and all that, we can do better keeping them safe online. The goal is for everybody to learn to be their own defense, which means everybody should be aware, especially so we can help seniors and so that seniors can also help other seniors. There are things that corporations have put together to keep everybody safe. Banks are putting things together. Insurance companies, a lot of companies are putting things together, you know, technology, new things, new phones, new security. But all these things can be rendered useless by one simple thing, people. You know, all these things are there for use, but it's still people that will use them. It's still people that they're not made to be locked up somewhere. They are made so that people can be safe. But the same people that keeps things safe can also become a way for things to break, basically. So there are many things that we should be aware of, as we can't just be aware of possibilities of issues and then ignore them. We need to always be vigilant. We need to monitor things so that we can know when things are not right. You know, in those days when everything worked by checkbook, where you have to write a check to get money out of the account, you have your check numbers. If you get to your checkbook, and some people monitor it, and a check leaf is missing, people know because that's the way things work then. So the same way today, somebody takes there used to be time when they used the savings book where they write things. If you notice something is wrong and it doesn't add up. So the same way with technology, with everything today, everyone should have their antennas up, especially our seniors. Everybody should come with the angle that somebody is trying to cheat somebody. Somebody is trying to use technology to take advantage of somebody else. So this cybersecurity awareness, it's how we increase knowledge, how we increase the skills of every one of us, so we can understand and follow certain practices. The basic things is so that we can keep ourselves safe and we can keep the seniors safe. What are we learning today? You know, we need to help each other to know and accept that we have to help ourselves. Seniors have to help seniors. There are many seniors that have that privilege to be able to help other seniors. There are younger generations that have a privilege. Like I said in this survey, people help their parents. And we also have to understand that things are always changing and evolving. The way we did banking yesterday is different from the way we do today. I logged into I'm just trying to do common basic things, send an e-transfer from my computer. And it's telling me to go and approve something on my phone. And if I don't do it, you know, it won't let me do the e-transfer. It wasn't like that yesterday. But I understand the security thing behind it. I guess I have my phone number on my account and they're just trying to sync everything together because the bad guys are always trying to take from us. So even as seniors, we can learn all those things. Things are evolving. Aim of constant vigilance. We have to be vigilant. In our homes, we're vigilant. We just don't leave the doors open. We lock our doors. We don't just leave our garage door open, leave the car there. We lock everything. And we also have to be open to learning. That is one thing that is very, very important. So Godways Ministry as a church, once again, we repeat it, we're not just sitting down, gathering, just doing things about the Bible and church. We're also active in the community. That is part of what we're doing. We go out there, we make changes in the community, make difference in the community. We want the community out there to know that we're sharing the love of Christ, which is also by educating people in the community in different ways where we can educate people in the community. So I just want everybody to follow along today with what we are doing. As we are helping our older adults get safe, you know, we're also teaching how to prevent threats that they are most likely to encounter. That is part of what we are here doing today. right? We want them to be safe. There is phishing, there is smishing, scams, malware, there is identity theft, there's romance scams. There are so many things out there. So many things out there. So our goal as a church, our goal as members of the community, as members of the society, to do our best. We hear every time that the older adults, even the smartest of them, even those that were really during their time, heads of corporations. So it's not like, oh, it's an illiterate or somebody. Anyone can get scammed. So let us continue to be open to learning, learn the new terms, learn the new things that is going on out there. So what would I say? Improve our well-being. We need to make sure we do that. We need to make sure that we are key on learning. Our goal is to protect each other. And we also have to continue to reassure each other we all have a part to play. You have a part to play. The younger ones that are tech savvy, they have a part to play. The older ones, they have a part to play, because we can't say that it's only some people that know it. There are people that may know, but certain things might escape them. We're prepared because these threats will always happen. We have a social responsibility to help each other. We have that. So I just want to encourage us, in this wellness, our personal lives, we want to be protected. So anytime you hear there is a workshop, please don't skip it. See what you have to learn, because what we are aiming to do is to teach people prevention tools so that things don't take everything that people have worked for. We call something data compromise, which means somewhere where all this information is, something can happen to it, But when we are aware through all these kind of workshops, especially with the government, spearheading this one, we must be open to learning something. So I just want us to also learn that we have to establish this culture of safety. Everybody needs to be aware. New tactics every day is out there. New tactics to cause breaches, to cause things to fail, to cause people to lose what they have worked for. It's hard work for them. So the hard work that we have to do is also to fight back by being aware and also protecting ourselves. We will not give up. We are the first line of defense. If they can get past us, they can get into our account. Then we also, the banks, like I said, they are finding ways to reassure us by introducing different kind of security ways before you access things that normally you just click and you just go in. Why? They're putting things in place. They don't want to lose their customers. They want us to be at ease. And there's also a social responsibility, as I mentioned. New Horizons Seniors Program is big on this. And we've partnered with them to spread the words among seniors, to spread the word among different generations. And it also gives us peace. When we learn, the more we learn, the more confidence we have. And another thing is that it saves valuable time and money. If we are aware that we're at risk, which may be due to carelessness, and getting things that if we lose things, it's going to be an uphill task to get it back. You know what? We will learn these things, and we will make sure that we don't fall prey to all these kind of things. Today is an overview. I'm not going to talk about everything about cybersecurity, but there are some things that we just highlight. Like I said, benefits, it reduces the risk, it educates people, it reduces attacks that causes loss because we are aware and we are always open to make sure that we recognize if something is going wrong. And also, as we do these things, there are areas that we might think we know, we just learn, open to learning. So I'm going to talk briefly about importance of internet security. Staying safe online, while we're using the internet. browsing, installing free software. They're everywhere on the internet, using public Wi-Fi networks, sharing information with people. These days, everybody does a lot of things online, on our phones, on our computers, laptops. It's an extension of ourselves, you know? That's how we see it, as an extension of ourselves, because all the things that we do, it's part of what we are doing for life. We have the best. So because we do that, we need to ensure that we have the best security, so that we have a way to make sure that our passwords are secure, our identities are secure, our documents are secure. Nobody wants anything compromised. There is identity theft, whether we agree with it or not. You know, internet has evolved. When I was young, internet is not like what we have today. Internet today is for good and bad. You can be there happy, and it can cause grief in different ways. You can be there using it to just easily, do e-transfer through your phone. You can use it to share pictures. You can use it to do a lot of things. But with these good things also are fraudulent activities from people that I would say they're identity thieves. What do they want to do? They want to steal passwords. They want to steal up our documents and files. And the fact that we do everything online, it opens us to these frauds and makes us like sitting victims, right? Unless we have taken the necessary steps to protect our computers to the best of our abilities. And as seniors, we need to reach out to people. How do we protect our computers? How do we protect our phones? How do we protect things that is an extension of ourselves? Just like every one of us, we try our best to take care of ourselves. Everyone wants to do what to be in good health. Our phones is an extension of ourselves. We have to guard ourselves against things that can cause us grief. We have to guard ourselves against the make-believe of what is out there, because everything, because it's so close to us, it seems so real. But people they just think it's a phone, it's a computer, and we're not taking internet security, we're not taking it seriously. Computers are not invisible, as people may think. But as soon as you start using your computer for anything that involves logging onto the internet, let me tell everybody, we become easy prey. The safest method, one of the good things that we say, is to buy internet security software, like antiviruses that can remove viruses. There are all these things that falls on our phones and on our computer, and things that we tell you, that's not a good website. That is part of, if we invest in that, that is what it does. Let us not install free software. You see that blink, blink, blink that we tell you, oh, this is this, this is that. It is not true. If you're walking along the road and somebody just comes to meet you and tells you certain things, maybe because it is our physical human sense, we will not accept that. So just like that, if you are browsing and something shows up and says, click this, please do not click it. Many times, if we have antivirus or some kind of security software that we paid for, that we've analyzed and we know that it is good, they might tell us if we accidentally click. But be careful, because clicking this free software, most of these things are there to have access to our information. Just like you won't leave your door open at home and let anybody walking along the street come in. We need to protect ourselves. We won't just see strangers and invite them into our house and say, oh, come in, my house is there for you. The same thing is like clicking on things on the computer, or because it says it's free. Nothing is free in this world. We know that. There is something that is there. So I would say take relevant steps to protect your computers, to protect your phones, because the click of a button can wipe off everything that you have. It can steal private passwords. It can give access to your personal information. And there is no way of completely ridding ourselves of these frauds, because they will send emails, they will try and hack our passwords. They want to have access to our accounts. But as we try to put in the relevant steps to protect our computer, we don't have anything to worry about. Internet frauds, brothers and sisters, everyone listening today, it comes from all backgrounds, all age groups. And for some reason, these people that are behind this thing, they feel the need to post malicious software on the internet to cause serious damage. Just like I don't understand why some people before the internet age decide that stealing will be their profession, break and enter will be their profession. You know, they're just going to go in and try to steal the TVs, you know, go into the house and steal people's personal belongings, whether they're home or not. It's the same thing now. Hardly do you find break and enters, but the things that happen on the internet is what is also break and enter. So many people, they become victims and they didn't have the right internet security in place. Just like they would not leave their house door open, they would do everything to protect. In some parts of the world, even here, there are stores now, they put burglary proof before everything is glass. But because some people have come back and found they've lost everything, they put some kind of protection on their windows and on their doors. So, see, if we don't want to lose things that are important to us, we need to take cybersecurity serious. We don't want to turn on our computer and everything is gone. A lot of people save everything on their computers. I want to advise everyone today, if you do that, find a way to back it up on Google Drive, in the cloud or somewhere. If you have a Google account, a Gmail account, you have some free information. I know it's Google, but it's still better than your computer being wiped off and everything that you have saved over the years is gone. So I want to give all of us, you know, some things that we should be doing. We should keep our passwords secure. I'm guilty of it also. We want the easiest password because we'll keep resetting, you know, you forgot password because you can't remember. Try not to share your passwords with anyone and ensure that they can't easily be guessed. I talked about installing some kind of security antivirus on your computers. And the goal is to ensure that it keeps us safe, it scans regularly, and it's up to date. Today, if you have computers that are not already protected with most antivirus, if you have a Bell account for your internet at home, because all these internet providers that we subscribe to, they also don't want malicious things on their network. Because you know it's a web, everybody is joined together. If you have that on, if you subscribe to it, just a few dollars a month, subscribe to that version. There used to be a time where the internet will come free, even if it's the basic one. But everything now has become expensive, so nothing comes free anymore. Don't click on free internet that you just see on the free antivirus that you just see on the internet. Don't click on it. Purchase from your provider. Purchase the real ones that you know that it is not a scam. Another thing I would say to keep us secure is this: be wary of calls that you're not expecting, requesting personal information. One of these things I'm going through is this: I never had a Bell account. And I started getting this call. It's actually, some people are bold and they just start with, I should confirm my address. I'm like, who are you? Oh, I'm calling on behalf of Bell. Why is it not a Bell number? Oh, well, I'm calling on behalf of Bell. I need your home address. And I'm like, I'm not giving you my home address. If you're calling on behalf of Bell, you should have my home address, because if I have an account with Bell, it will show there. I've gotten like 50 calls. I don't even know where it's from. So they go, oh, it's from collection. I'm like, I don't have a Bell account. I'm not owing Bell any money. But the same call comes in and is asking for personal information. Your bank will tell you every day, nobody's going to call you and ask you for your social insurance number. Nobody's going to call you and ask for information. And these numbers they're calling me their local numbers. I'm like, give me the file number, I will call Bell. Then I hear, oh, it's this company. I'm like, I don't know why you're calling me from collection. My phone number, I've had it for so many years. It's not Bell. I don't have a Bell account. But they just keep on and keep on and keep on. Don't let anybody pressurize you into releasing your phone number. Keep blocking their numbers or just hang up. You can call the company back if you want, if you know that. Don't call the company, don't call the number they give you. You can ask them for that company and do a search on them, and you can call, because everything is linked together. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to ensure that things are genuine. Let's talk about social networking. Facebook, Instagram, different social media is out there. Think before you post photos, financial information about yourself, personal information about yourself, information about your family or friends online, and adjust privacy settings. If you want to share with your family, adjust your settings to be private, to people that you know only. There are people out there that all they are trying to do is get information that they would use against you. And there is this thing called, I forget what it's called now, whereby when you go online and you look at something, that's if you look at information about dead people, everything that will start showing up, this machine learning thing. So if you post your photos there, and some people start to look into your photos, every time they come online, what they see is whatever you post newly about yourself. So be very careful. Regularly adjust privacy settings, because these platforms, they keep on changing the way they do things, because the platforms also, all those people are in a business to make money. The scammers are in a business to make money. The people doing malware, they're in a business to make money, because the malware people think that if they can get your computer infected, then they'll make sure this thing shows up and says that if you shut down your computer, something is going to go wrong. Nothing is going to go wrong, because all they're trying to do is take your information and make you pay to get it back. So regularly adjust your privacy settings. Buying online. We all buy online. Convenience. Maybe the seniors don't do as much, but sometimes we buy for the seniors online. Take care when you are doing things online. Take care. People who have at one time or the other got scammed online. By winter is coming now, you start seeing jackets, brand name jackets, Canada Goose. I've fallen victim of it once when I just came to Canada. Canada Goose, whatever. And Canada Goose probably sells for about 1,000, and this one was going for 150. And you think it's true. You know what? It's not like that. They will send you a fake jacket. They just take your money. So research, carefully assess things before you click and before you open attachments from unknown senders. Make sure you are aware. You can research online. If you see something that doesn't look that it's true, research it, look into it very, very well. What about our phones, the mobile? Protecting our mobile devices from viruses, malware, and internet fraud is just as important as protecting our home computer. Don't let's think that because it's the phone. The phone also has a brain, a computer running inside it. I know that the major phone providers like Apple and Android, they are doing the best. But as I said at the beginning, where we are our own first line of defense. If we don't do our part to keep our mini environment safe, the web is all linked together. It will spread. So that's why learning is very important. Keep our phone safe. Don't click around and click around and click around on your phone. Then check and report. Don't ever assume that somebody has not gotten into your account. Whether you have $100 in your account or $1 million in your account, develop that habit. Check your account records. It's not only because maybe, oh, I don't have enough money, that's how I always check. There are times that I've gone on my credit card and I notice that, especially if it's a time maybe I spend my card a lot, and I go through it and I begin to wonder, where did this charge come from? Always check. Always check. Because if a certain time period has gone, you can't get that money back. Even if you report to the credit card company that this was not your transaction. I have been at home, and don't ever ignore when the bank calls you and says there's a fraud alert on your account. I was in the house in Brampton and somebody is using my card in California. You know, let's all be sensitive. Check and report. Contact the bank. If you see anything suspicious, if you don't recognize the transaction, they have fraud department. They have people that is their job. Their job is there to protect us. Seniors, please remember, the job is to protect. And notice that as we grow older, we have a lot of us are fearless, but as we grow older, I don't know whether it's part of growing up or something, you begin to lose that fearlessness. So let us use the opportunities we have to continue to educate ourselves. Contact the bank, then share the knowledge. Talk with family and encourage our seniors to report anything that makes them uncomfortable. Sometimes it's shame, sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's just because people don't know what to do. If it's possible, register for an alert service for regular updates, you know, on the latest threats. If you are that savvy, some people are more curious, they don't mind reading it. If you are that kind of person, register for something that will let you know that a new scam is out there that you should be aware of. It's not the same old scam. Even if they call it grandparent scam, it's not just one way. There are different strategies that are being used. And as people grow older, things that you normally would not do when you were younger, you will do it. Things that you probably won't even give a thought to. So let's educate our parents. Let's educate people around us. When we see seniors that we kind of recognize that something is off, let us find ways to see whether we can find out what is going on, if they are being scammed or if they are losing everything that they have worked. There are different ways to create strong passwords. There are different ways, you know, to handle things. When you finish banking, please log out. It takes a click. Once you get used to something, you will do it. Because it's very easy to give your phone to somebody. Oh, can you help me check this? Always log out. Always log out. Be careful. If you get an email that is out of these blues, don't click on it. Don't click on it. Whether you are bored or whether you're looking for a way to socialize, the internet, as good as it is, can be very, very dangerous. Don't click on links you don't know. It can result in devastating consequences. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just letting us aware that these things can lead to things that some people never recovered from. Can you imagine somebody who works up till 65 and they've saved money all through this time? Some people have planned that once they hit that age, that is when they want to travel the world. That is when, you know, they want to live and enjoy, and something happens and they lose it all. Like wasted years of work. It can be very devastating just by clicking on a link. People are becoming more aware of dangers of the internet and dangers of using free Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi. I know that sometimes I do that too. But the truth is that there are some people on this public Wi-Fi, all they're looking for is, I work in the IT security area, So I can sit down and see everything that is going on. There are tools that we have for that. Just as we use it for good, there are people that use it not for good. There are people that use it to steal. So let's not open ourselves to this kind of unwelcome guests. Let's not open ourselves to free stuff. Let us take our security seriously, because if we don't take the necessary steps, we might find our accounts hacked, our computers might be wiped clean, or even bank accounts emptied. Nobody wants to be in that situation. It's no longer a matter of if, but when we'll have that problem. Let's take every measure we can to protect ourselves online. Like I said, stay informed. That is what we're doing. And be an informer. That is what we're learning to do. Install antivirus protection and perform routine scans. If we as seniors don't know how to do it, let's ask for help. You can ask other seniors, you can ask children, you can ask relatives, but be careful who you ask. Don't ask just some random guy on the street. Don't give your phones to random people to help you. People that you trust. And even after people have helped you, always make sure you go to the bank or have people that help you to make sure that your money, your things are safe. When there are updates, the companies that have made all these programs for us, they also have to update, because as they are doing things, there are other people trying to compromise what they do. So when there are updates for people that use Windows, for people that use Macs, for the phones, there are updates. If your phone is full, delete things so that your updates are up to date, because they are no longer liable, because they've provided the solution. It's now left for us to follow it. Use smart security practices. And I would say, always, always, always be skeptical. I'm going to stop here for now. Like I said, it's an overview. There are so many other things that we're going to learn. Importance of passwords. We are going to learn about phishing and scams. I know we've talked about scams in terms of the financial. Some people took that serious, but we're going to learn it from other perspectives. There is always something that we get to learn in all these things. Something that we always get to learn. So I would want us to stop here today. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. We have another session next week, Thursday, at the same 7 o'clock. Please, please, please share with other people. Please, please, please join us in it, because there's always something to learn. If there are questions, I would like people to put their questions in the chat. If you have any questions, please put your questions in the chat. Put your questions in the chat. Well, I know that we're here to always learn something. And one thing that I would share, what I will share every time, before every time we come here, is that let people know if something has gone wrong. Let people know if something has gone wrong. If you don't understand, call somebody else. Seniors are not like 70-year-old people. According to the government of Canada, the seniors that we're addressing are people from 55 and above. So they know that it is not just for when people are retired. Like I said, as we grow older, we take life, we don't take things as serious as we used to. So the government is trying to awaken everyone to the idea that we all have a part to play in this thing. Everyone has a part to play in minimizing the risk and mitigating the role of human error in causing, any kind of breaches. What it means is this: we all have a part to play. in making sure that we keep our phones, our computers, like I said, is an extension of us. Everything that we have a role to play in making sure that our money doesn't get stolen. We have a role to play to make sure that our personal information doesn't get compromised, because human error is part of the greatest problems we face. And why? Because it's very easy. It's very easy. Don't click on what you don't know. Don't give your phones to people you don't trust. Log out when you do your banking. Keep your passwords secure. It's not easy, but let's keep trying to do that. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. And I really appreciate everyone being here. Like I've said, I'll repeat it once again. We have another one. It's going to be another area that we're going to touch next week, Thursday. We have another class coming up on the 24th again, another area that we'll touch. Please invite people you know to come and learn something from this. There is always something to learn. You know, this session goes up until February 2025, and we are very, very happy that different people will join different sessions. I appreciate you all. I haven't seen questions in the chat. Please type your questions in the chat if you have any, or if you want to unmute yourself to ask, we also have that option. Okay. I think we are good for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you all, and see you again on Thursday. Have a good evening.